Hello, my name is Demetra Matzakos, and I am a current sophomore at the University of Wyoming, and this is my application video for the FAW Whitney School of Nursing. And before I begin, I would just like to thank everyone reviewing my application. I'm very excited and very grateful. For the first question, nurses face ethical dilemmas. Tell us about a time when you experienced a situation where a classmate or peer was engaging in unethical behavior. How did you handle the situation? Last year, in my freshman year of college, my friends and I decided to go sledding, and in order to do so, we had to go to Walmart and buy sleds. While we were at the store, we began looking at Christmas ornaments as well, and this is when one of my close friends decided to pick up one of the ornaments and just break it for no reason, before putting it back with the other ornaments. I immediately got upset with my friend and asked him why he did this. This confrontation made all my other friends kind of feel uncomfortable, and I could tell that everyone just wanted me to drop it. But I was not going to let it go because I knew that if I didn't help my friend to take accountability for his actions, he would continue to act poorly. My friend said it didn't matter that he had broken the ornament and that big corporations weren't losing money because of his actions. I explained to him how this reasoning was flawed and how I would not leave the store until he paid for the ornament. We stood there for a while, bickering, but he eventually bought the ornament and actually later on even thanked me for calling him out on his wrongdoings. My ability to be vocal about the fact that my friend did something that was unethical and stand my ground even when my friends wanted me to stop demonstrates how I will be strong in facing unethical dilemmas in my future career as a nurse. These traits will help me to be unafraid and stay firm in what I believe is right. This will help me to advocate for not only myself, but also my patients in the nursing field. For the second question, nurses often work as part of a healthcare team. How do you work in a team environment? And tell us about a specific time you collaborated successfully with others. I have always felt that I thrive in a team environment. I love to work with others and combine each person's skills in order to have the best possible outcome. In a team setting, I often take the role of delegating between the group and ensuring that all voices are heard and responsibilities align with each person's strengths. A time I collaborated successfully with others was when I was doing my clinicals in order to get my CNA license. And on my first day of clinicals, I was thrown into various tasks in order to get hands-on experience. I was told to change one resident who was nonverbal and had a skin condition that made her irritable when touched. In order to have the best outcome for our resident, I delegated tasks to my two other coworkers. One was told to comfort our resident, while the other was told to hold her in a comfortable position for me to be able to clean and change her. Our effective collaboration helped our resident to receive the best possible care. My ability to communicate tasks effectively and do my part of the team task demonstrates how I will be a successful team player in the nursing field. For the third question, share an experience where you received unexpected feedback from a supervisor or coach, and what was your reaction to that feedback? I received unexpected feedback from a coach of mine, or dance instructor, in my junior year of high school while preparing for a Greek dance performance. I have been dancing for as long as I can remember and have always had a deep love for the sport. In my Greek Orthodox community back at home, we would have a Greek festival every summer for the town of Denver. A large part of the festival was Greek dance performances, which I always loved to be involved in. The dances always came easy to me, and I never really had to practice much. I considered myself a good dancer, seeing as I have danced my whole life and have had a really strong passion for it. In my junior year, however, there was one dance that I really struggled with. So much so that my coach actually pulled me aside one day and told me that if I didn't change something, I wouldn't be able to perform that dance on stage. This was very unexpected and frustrating for me. Dance was something that always came naturally to me, but now I found myself in a position where I might not be able to perform. But I swallowed my pride and practiced the dance on my own. I eventually came back and showed my dance instructor, hoping I would be able to dance. Thankfully, she felt I had greatly improved and put the time and effort in that I needed to, and I was able to perform that dance. Being told I might not be able to dance was extremely humbling for me, but instead of complaining and giving up, I came to terms with the fact that if I wanted to dance, I was going to have to work a lot harder than I had ever before. This situation illustrates my resilience, determination, and most importantly, my ability to admit when I am struggling and when I may need help. This characteristic is extremely important in the nursing field, I believe, and will help me to continuously grow as a nurse who is not afraid to fail and to learn new things. For the fourth question, nursing requires a lot of empathy and strong communication skills. Tell us about a time when you demonstrated these qualities. There is an old woman who goes to school here at the University of Wyoming, and I met her last year through my college algebra class. And I would always see her all around campus and just wanted to know her story. And one day when walking from class, I saw her standing on her own next to Prexy's pasture, and she looked a little confused. I finally took this as an opportunity to meet her and make sure that she was okay. I went up to her and introduced myself, and she did the same, and I got to know a little bit about her and her story. She explained to me how she needed to find the chasm in order to get her math homework done. I knew I could help her with this and told her that I would walk her over. Once we got to the chasm, I explained to her who she should talk to for help, how to use the computers, and that if she ever needed anything else, that I would help her. It has been a year now, and I still see her all the time. She has dementia, but every time I see her, she gets really excited and asks me to help her with something else. I've helped her find her way back home before as well. And my friendship with this old woman is very important to me, and it has brought me immense joy that I have been able to help her throughout the year. When seeing her struggle, I had empathy for her, and compassion brought me to taking action and helping her. She is also from another country, so communicating her needs with others has been difficult at times, but it is nothing that a little patience can't solve. These skills are very important in nursing, and through this and many other experiences I have had, I pray that my empathy and communication will help me to care for others in my nursing career. For the fifth question, I have chosen, what challenges do you think you will face in nursing school? When I think about nursing school and its struggles, I specifically worry about how I will be able to handle the emotional toll of taking care of patients. I have always been an extremely emotional individual who takes on the pain of others as if it were my own. I know that a career in nursing can be very rewarding, but it can also be very emotionally draining at times. I worry about my clinical rotations and if I will be able to leave work at work, or if the strain of seeing a patient suffer, or even losing a patient, will have an effect on me in my own daily life. This fear has been something that I have worried about in my dream of becoming a nurse. However, my love and compassion for others is far too strong for me to not try this career altogether. I know at times it may be hard in nursing school to separate my life from my patient's life, but just like any other struggle I have faced, I know I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Thank you so much for taking the time to review my nursing application for the FAW Whitney School of Nursing. I am very excited and grateful for this opportunity.